Hello, this is Jen Kronk with Transparently Teaching and Assist Learning, and this is a quick product review, and we are focusing on different tools for speech recognition. Now, there are some paid-for tools and there are some free tools. So I'm comparing two free tools to one eventual paid-for tool. So the first tool that I will be demonstrating will be voice typing. You can find voice typing by going to Tools and voice typing in a Google document. Speech recognition, on the other hand, is something that voice typing was based off of. It's actually an add-on, and to get that particular add-on, you would go to add-ons in a Google document, then to get add-ons, and eventually you would add speech recognition. When you start speech recognition, it opens up a pane on the right-hand side of your screen. The read-write, talk and type. As you can see, it's already working. So that is the read-write toolbars, talk and type. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little bit of timing, and I want to see accuracy and time if there's a delay on the actual speech recognition. I have my own theories, but I want to put them to the test. So the way I'm going to do part of this review is I'm splitting my screen, and I'm going to move my timer over here, so that way I can keep time and read the same passage in each one of my examples. So I will start the timer, then I will go ahead and begin my recording. A few miles south of Soledad, the Salinas River drops in close to the hillside bank and runs deep and green, period. The water is warm too, for it has slipped twinkling over the yellow sands in the sunlight before reaching the narrow pool, period. So I would say that's pretty safe to say that this was probably just about 25 seconds for me to get that task accomplished. So of course there's human error in this. So I'd say by the time I finished, it was probably around 25 or 25.5 seconds. For me, voice typing, the colons that appear or the dots I find slightly distracting. But let's see if we can have any increase of speed. The accuracy looks great. The only issue with the accuracy, and this is not the first time I've seen this, is that sans gets capitalized. And so we need to make sure, as was mentioned in a lecture, that we go through in reading, or you can use another tool to do the reading back to you, like Speak It, or the read-write toolbar, or a variety of tools. Now let's try speech recognition. So I'm going to reset my timer. I'm going to open speech recognition. It won't launch right away. Now what I like about speech recognition in particular is that I can choose the language in which I'm speaking, which is really helpful if I'm taking a foreign language class, and instead of trying to suffer through some of the spelling, I can simply speak into it. So we have, I'm speaking English, and the dialect is from the United States. I'm clicking in my speech recognition section here. I will start my timer, and then I will begin reading. A few miles south of Soledad, the Salinas River drops in close to the hillside bank and runs deep and green, period. The water is warm too, for it has slipped twinkling over the yellow sands in the sunlight before reaching the narrow pool, period. So this did not, for a variety of reasons, capitalize, and that was probably because there was a take right before this. I'll get rid of my text highlight background. It's much faster in my estimation. So this is 23.9 seconds. Now, this might not seem that much faster to you, but to a student, it can mean a big difference as far as the sensitivity of how the speech recognition app is receiving the student's speech. So for me, you'll notice with voice typing, if I go back to voice typing, there's something that can be slightly distracting. In our webinar with Kelly Key and Dan Cochran, one of the suggestions that's made in the speech recognition guide is to not look at the screen. I need to look at the screen, but I think that's a really good suggestion. And one of the reasons why I think that's also really useful is if I go back to voice typing and I click on this, you'll see that I'm going to get a bunch of dots that show up on the screen. That can be really distracting. this is one of the reasons why I tend to like speech recognition, because it stays here until there's a delay in speech, and then it'll go into the document itself. Now, the read write toolbar, it mimics voice typing very strongly. So I will turn on the read write toolbar. I'll do exactly the same thing that I did before. So we have a read write toolbar showing in my Google document. Right here, I have my talk and type. So I will reset my stopwatch. I'm going to press start. So it'll be start, start, read. A few miles south of Soledad, comma, the Salinas River drops in close to the hillside bank and runs deep and green, period. The water is warm too, comma, for it is slipped, twinkling over the yellow sands in the sunlight before reaching the narrow pool, period. So this one looks to be as sensitive as speech recognition. At a solid 23 seconds, I was able to dictate that, where voice typing definitely had more of a delay. Now, the only thing that I could say about the read-write example that I find visually distracting is that I have a series of dots that pop up as it's beginning to record my voice, period. For me, that can be a little distracting. For students, I don't know, but as it says in the speech recognition guide, if the students are not looking at the screen when they do that, that it would not be an issue. I have to say, all around, still my favorite tool is speech recognition. I find it to be, for me, the friendliest of these three. Now, I don't have a lot of familiarity yet with the Doc Johnston tools, but I will get there. But out of the three, for me, I like speech recognition. But the read-write toolbar was also equally, if not more superior in its speed. I hope you found that useful, and I hope you have a great day.